with not challenging as much and being able to get to backdoor plays and get our body in a good position. So would it fit us right to teach both those guys to play the same way? No. So we have to be somewhat flexible when we're looking at each individual kid. We don't want to just stamp, boom, goalie, boom, goalie. We want to make sure that we're understanding what are the unique strengths in this kid. Let's make sure that these come out with him. Okay, let's move on. Stick control. At a youth level, especially going from mites to squirts or being a mite, your stick, it controls your whole body, basically. The stick is heavy. If your stick is on the ice, it's in a good position, you're going to make sure that your body moves together. Now, if I start going like this, okay, trying to make saves just by moving my stick instead of moving my body and my stick, we start seeing a disconnection. Okay? You'll start seeing one part of the body moving this way, the other part of the body moving this way to try to balance it out, and all of a sudden your goalie's spread out and he's on his back making snow angels. Okay? So stick control, when we talk about that, is just being able to keep your stick on the ice. And now I talk to kids, this might be bad, but I say, think about your favorite video game. Okay, you have those sights on it, right? Your stick is like your guiding rod or your gun sights. If the puck goes from here and it goes to there, we want to turn that stick right onto the puck. We want to get it right on there. So if there's a target over there, we got to turn that stick, and your body's going to follow that stick. If I turn my stick over to this play, my shoulders start turning, it's natural for the rest of my body to turn. Okay? Now at a young age, it's too early to start talking about turning your hips and getting too technical. We use the stick as a good example because it's very evident to them. I mean, here's this big stick, and it's easy to talk about, and it's easy to show them. Teach them how to use the poke check, aggressive stick. It is such an important tool, and if they don't use it at an early age, they have trouble developing at an older age. And this is just something actually that I know Rob and I actually agree on, that having a good stick, being able to throw the stick out while keeping your balance and not letting them get into your feet makes the game so much easier. And like Coach was talking about low angle shots, post-to-post movement, if you can keep them away from that post area when they get in all tight and they have all kinds of different options, the game's going to be easier. Now that might be a little bit technical for your squirt or mite goalie, but for each kid you want to see what their understanding of the game is and always give them the benefit of the doubt. What that means is you can tell them and see if they can understand it. Always let them know, like, hey, this is what I'm talking about. Do you understand it? If not, that's fine. But I always give them the benefit of the doubt to let them listen to it. All right, next. Proper pads. If the pads do not fit properly, it will result in goalies that flinch. And you don't want Mr. Flinchy out there. If you get a goalie out there first time, pads don't fit right. I think Jeff Hall might have made a comment on that. He works at Stauber. I used to work with Jeff Hall myself. You're gonna set back any development at least a month and a half, okay? Because then you have to reteach them not to do this every time a puck comes. All right? You'll see the knees go right up, and they're just protecting themselves. Well, cripes, you would too if you had a piece of vulcanized rubber coming at you. Okay, it's a little bit different. So if you're not able to just relax and let a puck hit you, all right, you're not going to have fun with the game. Not at all. It's going to be terrible. It'll be terrifying. So when we talk about pads, your knee fits in between. There's 3 rolls on a pad. Some of the newer pads are flat, but you can always see a knee channel. You'll see a little, like a circle where there's a little bit more cushion, and the knee should be right in there. When the goalie goes down, I don't think you guys will be able to see me, but if I went down on my knee like this, the pad should be coming up to about here. Now, if it doesn't get up to about here, the goalies need to wear knee protection. It's not worth leaving that area vulnerable. They go down one time, puck hits them on the knee, guess what they'll never do again? Go down or try to work on going down. Go ahead.
You have to do that. That's the, not only law, but what's the, it's District 3, right? It's regulation. It can't be the ones that attach the goalie pads. It has to attach to the actual leg.
Yep.
And trust me, I got hit when I was in Pee-wees, and my knee still isn't the same. That was when I was in Pee-wees.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So, we're talking about the MITE program. and you've got kids that are this big and this big. So, and we've only got 6 sets of gear, one per team. So do we just say if they don't fit the kids properly, not even throw them in net?
No, that's a great question, by the way, because what I would do then is I would just give them glove, blocker, and the stick, okay, because that basically is universal. And you actually have the person put pucks in their hand, okay, and you throw to the side, they move and make a blocker save. You put them in the goalie stance. They don't need to have the pads on at that age. You put them in their goalie stance, sit on your knee like this, have the puck going at the angle of what it would be if it was an actual shot, but we control the environment to ensure that it's safe for them.
How about in a game situation?
In a game situation, if they don't have the proper equipment, I really think it can be a setback for them. So if the association, one of my things would be they just did that big equipment drive, okay? I know that I donated 2 sets of pads. I know there's a lot of pads out there right now. I don't know who you need to contact, but and we can talk about this.
Contact me.
Yep. And, yeah, okay. But the bottom line is, don't put, I would not, I would hesitate, and I would be against putting them in a position where you have maybe a big kid that's excited to be goalie, but we put them out there and the pads are coming up to here, and, you know, it just wouldn't be a good situation in a game. If you can control the environment, then that's fine. The last thought on that, no one wants to stop pucks if they think they're going to get hurt. All right, next.
Can I say something on that? I've done it myself. I used to launch pucks at Madeline's head because I wanted her to realize it doesn't hurt. I know better. One puck hits you in the head, you're going to be shell-shocked for a month. The ice that's on a puck when it actually hits your face is more painful than the actual puck hitting your head. And actually, it's like razor blades that hit your face. Okay? Don't throw pucks at your goalies' heads. I want every coach to say this to your teammates. 10 push-ups if you hit your goalies in the head. You want a confident goalie, you want to win games, you got to start, it all starts with this group right here. It's a fun thing, and I actually do push-ups when the skaters actually score the goalies. I want the skaters to work harder. I want them to score on our goalies. And I tell the goalies, I'm doing 5 push-ups if they score. I do a lot of push-ups. But you know what? I don't do a lot of push-ups, it's getting better. I'm not doing as many because my goalies are staying focused on every single shot. No pucks in the head, push-ups, 10 push-ups.
So that said, because there's a lot of parents here, it's going to happen. They're going to get hit in the head during the game. It's going to happen.
And they'll be fine.
You need to, when it happens, you need to talk to them about it. Because it's going to happen. At every level, they're going to get hit in the mat. At a mite level, it doesn't hurt any worse or less than it does at a bantam level. I'm telling you, have them do it. And not everybody's like me. I love it.
Yeah.
I thrive on it. If that puck's coming at my head, I grew up playing soccer.
Yeah.
I head the puck.
Yeah.
You're better to be aggressive and expect it. So you should be talking about it. Now, I'm deaf. When it hits my head, I don't hear the ringing that everybody else does. But what I am telling you is, it's going to happen. Talk to them.
Yeah, the ringing is just, it's deafening. It's the worst sound I've ever heard. And I want to chase that guy down that just did it.
You know,
I actually had guys at St. Thomas Academy, they'd actually laugh because they wanted to get a rise out of me. And the coach did nothing about it. While I was in games, guys, flinching, and I'd get hurt because if I flinched, this is my chest protector, I got slapped right in the stomach with the puck. Holy mackerel, that hurts. And I got pucks here because I go like this, and all of a sudden my chest protector lowers, and I get hit right here.